friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you've followed me for a while, you know that I used to look like this, and then I looked like that, and now I look like this. So I've gained like 7 to 8 pounds depending on the day. Someone is walking by, so I'm just gonna be quiet for a second. I updated my cardio routine and I want to share that with you. I also kind of want to explain to you how you can calculate your calories and your macros, how I've been in a caloric surplus to gain this weight, but mostly focusing on gaining muscle and not too much body fat. Just a bunch of good stuff, and the sun is slowly coming up. I've actually been up for quite some wild time now, and I just finished at the gym, so I just thought I should do a proper intro. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I know you don't know yet if you like it, but if you, I guess, like me, then you can give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you're new or you want to hang out with me some more. Time and get to this morning. It looks like we got an empty gym. Let's do this. I will go over all the details on my cardio training later in this video, but I just kind of want to show you what I did this morning, which is what I do most mornings. And so I do a little 5-minute warm-up just to get my body nice and warm, and then I go for 15 minutes where I go 1 minute sprint / really freaking fast uncomfortable running, and then I go for a 1 minute jog in between, and I just go for that until the 15 minutes pass. Then I go for a 10-minute kind of just jog after that, and then I cool down, and that's what I did this morning. If you want to try an interval training and you're a beginner, I would highly suggest that you just start off with maybe jogging for 2 minutes and then sprinting for 30 seconds, and start just doing that for 10 minutes and then working your way up to make it harder and harder for every time.
Have a beautiful day today. It's up to you how you feel today. You can about your day and feel stagnant, just like a little bit annoyed with the tasks that you have to do, or you can decide to find the joy out of every single situation, whether that be you learning something from a human that maybe you don't align with their values, or a task at work that just annoys you, and overcoming these challenges in a positive way will just make us feel better, and that is what you deserve, my friend.
I do this because of how it makes me feel. It makes me feel so freaking strong. I'm gonna walk to cool off while I talk to you guys. It may not seem like I'm feeling really great right now, but
give me just a moment. What was I saying?
When we do something that's really challenging, something that doesn't necessarily always feel very good, but we pull up and we go through that uncomfortability, I just think that we gain so much self-esteem and so much self-strength and confidence from actually pulling up and doing it anyway, regardless of how we feel, and that will give us strength for the rest of the day to, hey, morning. I'm just acting like a fool talking to myself on a camera. I love the peace and the quiet of the morning. Also, there's 2 reasons, there's 3, probably 5 reasons why I get up really early. 1, I am a morning person, and for some reason I've been getting up so early these mornings, and I think it's because I'm so freaking excited about life. I think when we have a goal and we're really excited about getting up and pushing for that goal, when our why is so freaking strong, I think that we get so much energy, as well as when we actually take action on it. I think it like develops this energy inside of us. 1, 2, my main mission in life is to inspire people to be better, to become the best versions of themselves. And I get so many messages saying that I have a 9 to 5 or I work till 9 and I just don't feel motivated to work out. But if you get up early, you put in the work, you're gonna feel so much more energized than sleep in, you snooze the alarm, and then you go to work. I wanna kind of be the inspiring example that you can get up early. And also, I've been crazy busy lately. I've just been working from I get back from the gym till I go to bed pretty much. So if I want to get a workout in, I have to get up early. And yeah, that was 2. I said I had 5, but let's just leave it at that. I'm gonna do a back, shoulder, and abs workout right now, but I'm gonna save that for another video. So I'll see you in a little bit. And just so you know, I was sleeping on an air mattress for a year. Before that, I was sleeping in this hostel with a room full of 10 other dancers, and I was living on ramen. But I was having the same kind of thrill that I'm having right now. And the reason for that is because I had so much excitement for the things that I wanted to create in life. And I had no clue how to do it, if I was able to do it. But I just think that when we have a goal, clear goal, that we really truly want to achieve, and we do anything and everything in our power to actually actually achieve that thing, I think that that energy sparks when we take action on it and we actually like excite ourselves about it. So it has nothing to do with our external things, possessions. It really has everything to do with the excitement that we build inside and the vision that we have inside of our head and the action steps that we take towards achieving that, finding gratitude every single day. I just wanted to make that clear. But we were going to talk about, what were we going to talk about? Oh, the fact that I have gained weight this year. But first, I just want to say that I was on this weight loss transformation. I had different goals when I did that. I had different goals, and then this year I feel like I found myself a lot. I feel like I was questioning myself a lot. I questioned why I was doing certain things, why I had certain beliefs, if there were certain people I was still trying to search for validation for, and that just really got me to know me better and what I really deep down wanted. And I want to feel strong, and I want to feel powerful, and I want to be able to inspire the people around me. So I had to let go of some of these old belief patterns and create new ones. There's nothing wrong with the goals I had back then. There's nothing right or wrong with the goals I have now, and there's nothing right or wrong with the goals that I probably will have in a year. It's all just about what makes us feel good right now, and that's what I always would want for you. Just because I'm doing something in a certain way, that doesn't mean that means that that's gonna make you happy. What's the most important thing is that you do what will make you the most happy. But what is important is that you're honest to yourself. Often I think we do lie to ourselves. I lie to myself until I actually
figure out that I lied, and then I can start online.
Like when we say,
I don't need to work out today,
but then we know actually deep down we would be so much happier if we did get a workout in. So that's like what I mean with lying to yourself, like being honest about what you want, not what other people want for you. And that's also why I'm sharing this, is so that you can hopefully discover what's right for you. But so I had a goal back then, and I lost a lot of weight because I wanted to model and I wanted to look skinny as possible. I can go into that on my whole weight loss journey and just really be real with you and vulnerable. Let me know in the comments below if that's something you'd want from me, but that's gonna be in a separate video, because today we're gonna talk about how I gained weight since then. What I did is I wanted to be as strong as possible. I wanted to build muscle. I love experimenting with my body. Like I love trying out different diets, figuring out what works, researching different athletes, different bikini girls, bodybuilders, just like different people, what they eat, how they train, and just trying out a bunch of things. That just excites me, thrills me. That doesn't mean a normal human should go out and do that. That's just me being a crazy person maybe. And I wanted to kind of shape my body. I have been in a little bit of a caloric surplus this last year, gained weight slowly as I've built strength and built more muscle. I've also gained some fat, because I think that's just a normal thing, that when you get bigger, you have a higher body fat percentage. I'm just gonna really quickly pause myself here, because I just want to mention, people ask me, how long did your transformation take? And of course that's an okay question to ask, but I would rather that we focus on progress, getting better every single day. And for me, it's never been like, okay, now I'm at the end goal. No, I always try to better myself. I always try to work towards better things. Lately I've been having so much fun trying to build my glutes, trying to maintain my abs as I've been gaining weight. And it's about the journey, it's about the process, and getting better and better every single day. Just like anything else in life, once we reach the goal, we're gonna want something new. So enjoy the journey, guys. A little bit of a caloric surplus, which is something I always advise people to do, whether you're trying to lose weight or gain weight. Always just do it slowly, because I think that will help you long term be more consistent, but also because when I do it slowly, up my calories, I am able to turn it into muscle and not too much fat. Of course, some fat, but not too much fat. As well as when you're trying to lose weight, if you do it slowly, you still maintain most of your muscle. You will lose a little bit of muscle, but as you're losing fat, you will not be losing as much muscle, as well as, of course, eating enough protein. I make so many protein-rich, low-calorie recipes, which I still eat even if I've been in a surplus, because it's only been like 100, 200 calories in a surplus. I vary every single day, so it's not like I've been strict or anything, but I would just imagine that's been my average. And maybe you don't know anything about how to calculate your macros, so let's get into that next. But first, I want to talk about two things. One, just because you weigh a certain thing, the scale tells you certain things, you have abs or you look fit, that does not mean that you're healthy. It's about the nutrients you eat, the foods that make you feel good, energized, that fuels your cells. And I used to be obsessed with the scale, and I know a lot of girls out there are as well, but this year I'm really able to focus more on getting the right nutrients that make me feel really good while gaining strength and still being lean, because I love being able to run fast and just being light on my feet. So it's like just figuring out what works for you. What works for me doesn't necessarily work for you, and I might be different in a year from now, and that's okay. I learn and I grow, and that's the point of life, right? Second thing, I'm hungry, and that leads me to the sponsor of this video, is Blend Jet. So we're gonna make some protein pancake cereal. I'm such a snacker. If you follow me for a while, you know that I just love snacking on like protein rich, nutritious foods throughout the day. Blend Jet 1 was the first portable blender, but this Blend Jet 2 is 5 times as powerful. And you guys know that carrots are my favorite vegetable. This literally like can blend up big ass carrots in a couple of seconds.
I think that's pretty cool.
You charge it with a regular USB charger, so you can bring it with you to your car and just like charge it on the go. Once it's charged, you bring it with you and then it'll blend up to 15 times. So that means you can just like bring something with you and then blend while you are whatever it is that you're doing. There's measurement markings. It comes in so many colors, so you can be creative. Let's make some protein pancake cereal. Half a cup of egg whites. Then I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of applesauce. Half a banana. 1 scoop of vanilla protein powder. You can use whatever protein powder that you like. And last but not least is, oh no, it's actually not the last thing. But we are gonna use some flour. I'm using almond flour, but you can use whatever flour you have available. This is just supposed to be a quick and easy recipe that you can make. I do like almond flour though, so if you have it, highly recommend. 1 tablespoon. Now, last but not least, some baking powder. And I'm just gonna use half a teaspoon. Actually, that's too much. I'm just gonna add probably 1/4 of a teaspoon. I'm just gonna put the lid on. Just gonna blend. Easy. And it'll stop by itself. See?
How cool.
Clean it off, that's really easy. You just literally rinse it and it's gonna be clean. Guess I'm making 2 batches. Good?
Really good.
If you want to check this one out, you can find it in the link in the description below. The Blend Jet. So I get a bunch of questions on how do you figure out how much calories your body needs, and it's very different for every single person, but I just want to help you out to get an idea of what your body needs. So first thing I would recommend is figuring out what is your BMR, your basic metabolic rate.
Hard thing to say.
But it's basically what your body needs to live from just existing, like just if you were laying in bed all day. And from there you can figure out what is your total energy expenditure. And to figure out your BMR, what you can do is find different calculators online to use as an estimate, but just be aware that it's very different from person to person depending on your age, body size, your muscle mass, your gender, just like a bunch of things play into that. Just use it as an estimate, but just remember that those different factors play a big role. And then to figure out your total daily calorie / energy expenditure, your TDEE, that basically is like all your workouts, when you stand up, when you sit down, moving your arm, and even like your digestion, when your body absorbs and digests and store nutrients in your body. What you can do is you take your BMR and then you figure out how much do I burn a day, and you can do that from your Apple Watch, from calculators online as well. But just remember, that's an estimate. I think it's a good starting point, but once you have the starting point, then you can figure out, okay, to lose weight, to gain weight, I need to be in this much of a surplus, this much in a deficit from my maintenance calories. Or maybe you want to just be in a maintenance and you want to just recomposition your body, so maybe of your protein, so you have your estimate, and then you figure out what should your total calorie intake be a day to reach those goals, and then just get a weekly average, figure out has my results look like? In average, your body weight fluctuates every day, so that's why I say a weekly average. Go from there. If you're not seeing the results you want, adjust as you go, see how your body feels, and if something isn't working for you, you gotta try new things. And I think for me, experimenting with different diets, different things, I've kind of come to figure out what helps for me. And like I said, what helps for me doesn't necessarily work for you, but that's why it's just about experimenting, figuring out what works for you, how do you see results, how do you feel at your best, and then going from there. I would say if you're trying to reach a certain fitness aesthetic, you want to build more muscle, is just to up your protein, make sure you get enough protein, and then your carbs and fats. Some people thrive off of a high fat diet, some people thrive off of a high carb diet, so it's just figuring out what works for you. I'm no nutritionist, and remember that I'm just learning myself, and I'm only trying to talk from my own personal experience. Also, my cardio has changed, because in the last video that you guys saw, I said that I was dancing, which I was at the time, but it's changed a lot lately. I've been working on so many projects, so I've prioritized not to dance. Driving and the dancing and the driving back, it just takes too much of my time that I'll be using towards some of the goals that I really want to achieve, which means that my cardio routine has changed. What I've been doing now is I do this interval training 2 out of 3 days, and I love it. I was doing it every single day during quarantine, and I was on fire. There's something about a morning routine when you do interval training that it just fires me up. There's just something about it. I've been getting up so early, having so much energy throughout the day. It's really insane. You should try it. And I don't think you should try it because you want to burn calories. I think you should try it, or do it for whatever reason you want. But what you're gonna experience is the freaking strength and confidence and self-trust and feeling freaking unstoppable for the rest of the day because of pushing yourself in the morning. Because when we do something that's really freaking hard that we don't want to do, we realize that we can do anything that we put our mind to. Really, it just helps me feel so good. So if you've been feeling down lately, interval training is my best recommendation for you right now. Just start with maybe 5 minutes and then slowly increase. I'm working on an interval training program as well right now for my app, and maybe as an ebook as well, because I'm getting so much joy out of it.
And anything I'm getting joy out of, I want you to get joy out of.
In my last video, I was talking about how I do my 12-week transformation program right now. Leg day one day, I do upper body, and then I have a rest day from weight training. And what I do is with my interval training, I do that on my upper body day and then the day after, so my rest day. Sometimes I won't do it if I feel like my body really needs to recover. I always try to listen to my body, always listen to your body, do what feels right. But be honest with yourself, don't just skip just because you feel like you don't want to. Do it because your body actually needs it.
Or your heart so needs it.
But yeah, so that's been my cardio routine, and I'm loving it. If you want to get to know yourself, if you want to know what's the right thing for you, start journaling, start asking yourself really hard questions. I do have my Make It Happen guide and a journaling challenge as well, so you can check those out if you want. Only you know how you can become happy, because what makes me happy might not make you happy. What makes your mom happy might not make you happy, but what makes you happy,
it's gonna make you happy, so do whatever makes you happy.
I don't know if that made any sense.
long-term happy. I'm not talking short-term happiness, because that's a big difference. I think a lot of us are good at being short-term happy, but long-term happy, because it's always nice to just lay on the couch, right? That makes you feel happy in the now. But long-term, maybe we would have made a different decision. I think I'm rambling now, so I think I should end the vlog here, but I really, really appreciate you watching this video. I hope that you found it a little bit useful. I thought it was fun to chat with you for a little bit. I really hope that you go out and have a beautiful day. I'm really grateful that you were watching this video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It helps me out so much. And if you have any questions for me, any other videos you'd like for me to create, I would absolutely love to do that. Please let me know in the comments below. Have a beautiful day. Thank you. Bye.